Actually, let's finish this topic. This is the last one for trans and LGBT stuff. Then we'll talk about Kanye for a hot second because we've already been covering a lot. And then we'll go to Elden Ring. India was the first civilization to accept homosexuality and transgenders, but the irony is that today's Indians say that it's Western propaganda. Yeah, it's absolute BS. Like, boils my brain. No, I know. It's insane. Like, and I definitely hear that from like other parts in Asia when that has been a thing. Of course, not all Indians, but conservatives who look at the past glory call LGBT as Western propaganda. Like man, the stupidity is horrible. Yeah. So if you are unaware of Eddie Izzard, it's so Eddie Izzard uses she/her pronouns. I've been following her before she came out. I don't know when she officially came out. But she was she's an actor, a really good one actually, in a show I really like. Where is it? Adric, you might like this. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Was it only on 1 year? I thought it had at least 2 seasons. I think it did have 2 seasons. It's on Hulu. We could probably watch it sometime. But it's this show called The Riches, where this family, I think it's not like fully said, but are basically nomads and I think are basically Roma people. They've lived in like, traveling groups and small encampments and stuff. And then one day they're driving and, oh, you know about the show Wolf? And they find a family that crashed and died, just enough for all of them to steal each of their identities. What they find out, yeah. And I used to watch this show, and it was very different. But they were called The Riches, and they were the family that died was moving to a new town. They basically look them up and figure out all their info and stuff, and they take over their lives. They were moving to a new town and a new job, and they start taking it over. Whoop. Hold on. That was close. So they basically, and then it's dark comedy as well. So that was kind of the point. Eddie Izzard has been for a long time also a beloved British comedian. I knew Eddie from her work as a comedian before I saw this show, and then I saw this show in 2007. I was watching it with my dad when it came out. I was in high school, just at the beginning of high school. Okay, sorry. I had to clean up that water. Um, Eddie Izzard is actually quite beloved in England still, which is kind of funny why TERFs are trying to go at her because they don't really recognize how beloved she actually is. Before she came out, while she acted in a lot of male roles as well. And I think she still doesn't mind doing that. But while she didn't in her normal day-to-day life always, but while she was on stage and as a comedian at the time, as she was not out as being trans, welcome back, Minnie, she would, at the time, was known as going out on stage on drag. That's how, in drag, that's how she always did her comedy. And this was back when she was not out as trans, but that was just part of what she did. People didn't say shit about it. Since then, she has come out as trans. Name still goes as Eddie. But she's also being thrown into stupid social shit in England because it's a whole bunch of lame asses. This was a joke that I used to love from her.
Built up empires. We stole countries. That's what you do. That's how you build an empire. We stole countries with the cunning use of flags. Yeah.
I love it. This is so hot too. Such a good style.
I claim India for Britain. And they go, you can't claim us. We live here. 500 million of us. Do you have a flag? We don't need a bloody flag. It's our country, you bastard. No flag, no country. You can't have one. That's the rules that I've just made up. And I'm backing it up with this gun that was lent from the National Rifle Association. That was it, you know. And Queen Victoria became Empress of India. She never even fucking went there, you know? She was one of our more frumpy queens. They're all frumpy, aren't they? Because it's a bad idea when cousins marry.
So ahead of her time.
Bottom of the gene pool, you know, you're just scraping the barrel there. Haven't got enough for any more you royals there, sorry.
That's crazy, Wolf.
First rule of genetics, spread the genes apart, you know. But the royals are just obsessed with, are you a royal family, are you a royal member? Well, then you can marry me because you're the same gene pool and our IQs will go down the toilet. Fantastic. That's why there's no, you know, crazy royals. They're all kind of, hello, what do you do? You're a plumber. What on earth is that? So, yeah. And the Second World War, after the Second World War, that's when all the empires sort of dissolved. And we came first in the Second World War, but we were financially fucked by the end of the Second World War. Because there was a period of time, it was just us and the Nazis. And they'd been making weapons for ages. They had a head start. We were going, get the tanks out, we haven't got any tanks, get that ice cream van out there, get it out there. Kill. All right, oh, fuck it. Fuck off. Everything, just throw everything at them. Just.
Well, that they're doing like
orange
softer.
fruities and zooms. Throw the zooms. Or, fuck off, you bastard. Pots and pans. Get pots. Just throw the pots and pans at them. So by the time America came in, because you were watching a U.S. cavalry film, because the U.S. cavalry always comes in just towards the end of the film. Okay, let's go, America. I love the smell of Europe in the morning. So, how you doing? And we were going, fucking hell, where have you been? Having breakfast. So, what's going on? Hey? So,
but, yeah. So, now, though, there were literally TERFs, like, whatever her fucking name is, one of JK's friends, the one that starts with an M, last name's an S, I forget her name. But like following her from other cis women were with her too and helped escort her to a bathroom, and everyone there was like for her, except for these random weirdo creeps, and they followed her in there and were trying to take pictures of her going in. And they're like, why does she attack this like female only space? While also like being upset that like everyone there that it was mostly women too, by the way, talking about women's issues, I believe. And they were basically all upset. They're like, why are they listening to this man or whatever and letting her into, well, you know what they would say, not her, but her into a bathroom, a women's only space. Yeah, no, exactly, Wolf. They do not see it that way. So, and I've seen others like Katie Montgomery and stuff saying like they don't realize how this is going to backfire on them, because Eddie is, despite her being trans and wearing women's clothing on stage for years, and a beloved like British icon, they don't realize that like, oh, well, maybe making an enemy out of her isn't the smart thing. But yeah, Lee Anderson launched into a rant about Eddie Izzard. A Tory MP has been accused of being a playground bully for saying he would not follow Eddie Izzard into the Parliament toilets. Oh yeah, also, I forgot about this, which very bizarre statement, but Eddie Izzard is also running for Parliament. And I'm so happy to hear stuff like that. And I really hope that she gets it. She's an impassioned, hilarious, and smart person. As a fan of hers, and have been before her transition and after now, I really hope it's someone like her that gets in there. And look, she's with cops, dude, and they all recognize, like, because they recognize her. Yep, Wigglers. Comedian Eddie Izzard says she hopes to stand as a Labour candidate in Sheffield at the next general election. No selection process has yet formally started, but the star told the BBC she hopes to contest the Sheffield Central seat. Labour MP Paul Blomfield, who's been represented the seat since 2010, announced 11 years, bro. In February, he would stand down at the next election. Izzard said she would wish to throw my hat in the ring. I really hope she does, and does so well. It's an amazing seat to be able to stand for. The people of Sheffield Central wish to have me there. I will be there, she told BBC Radio Sheffield. But really cool stuff. So, that's where we get to this. Lee Anderson, MP for Ashfield in Nottinghamshire, made the rambling remarks about the trans comedian in a Talk TV interview today. Anderson told the show, I think Labour have got 51% of their MPs now in Parliament are females. Okay. Now, if Eddie Izzard gets elected, I don't know where that increases or decreases the percentage. I do. Do you not know, Lee? Is it really that hard to figure out how that'll be tabulated there? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think you do when you're just saying that to be an ass. Misgendering Izzard, he said, because I'm not sure what she's all about. I like that they did this. I wish I'd see more of this in articles, by the way. Good on Metro UK. Surprisingly, I'm guessing what I will say now, probably the least transphobic fucking traditional media in the UK. God damn. One, by the way, one news organization that I used to really love, by the way, even though they've had their issues, plenty of them, but that I'm distancing from because I've found out that they've had a history and regular, like, bashing of trans people, is The Guardian, by the way. So seeing this is really cool, seeing that they mention that they misgendered her and then put the italic or the brackets here to show that they said he, they changed it to she. All about Keir Starmer's not sure what she's all about. And you know what? The old traditional working class labor voters will take a look at Eddie Izzard and think, you know, really? Yeah, dude, they're a famous person in England that a lot of people know and find funny. Is that what's coming? That coming to Parliament? I think it opens a whole new debate, mate. Oh, bruv. Is that what's coming to Parliament? What does that mean, dude? A person? Yeah. I'm going to be honest now. Controversial as always. If she does get elected and I'm still here, I shouldn't be following her into the toilets. This is, I'm guessing he's saying, this is just so weird, by the way. Like, giant self-report. Yeah, The Guardian. Yeah. But them people shivering without heat. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think what he's getting here too is that he thinks that Eddie would be using the men's restroom. Is he saying that, like, because she's a girl, he'd feel awkward sharing the restroom with her? Or that she's a girl, or that she's going to use the women's restroom and he won't go in there? It's just weird. It's like, what? Why did you say that? Anderson shared the interview on his Facebook, writing, calling the nonsense out. Somebody had to say it. Dude, what a self-own. Izzard has faced a firestorm of transphobic abuse since she launched her bid to become Labour MP for Sheffield. Gay MP Chris Bryant told The Guardian, Eddie is more than capable of defending herself and has run more marathons for charity than this chap could ever manage. Based. But what I don't understand is why playground bullies always think they are God's gift to humanity and that LGBT folk are just waiting to pounce on them in the loo. Talk about delusional. Yeah. Well, an unnamed conservative MP told the newspaper that Anderson's remarks were vile and disgusting. Should have had some balls if you were a man or a woman, doesn't matter. And fucking, like, put your name down and not been, like, scared to say the truth, which is that is vile and disgusting. Izzard threw her hat in the ring after Sheffield's current MP, Paul Blomfield, confirmed he was standing down. She is now one of 6 on the long list, scrambling for the Labour safe seat, with a single candidate expected to be announced in November. Izzard has been endorsed by the Musicians Union as well as actor Russell Crowe, who tweeted, "Go on, Eddie, no brighter mind, no bigger heart." That's so sweet. But whatever, she will be offered a place on the all-women shortlist became a fixation among anti-trans groups. Izzard issued a statement on Tuesday clarifying that no, she's never asked or been offered a place on an all-women's shortlist. This has been a position that I've held since joining the Labour Party in '95. I've never changed my position on this and never asked anyone to change my position for me now. Sheffield, she said, welcomed her campaign with open arms, but she knew her leap into politics wouldn't get this reaction from everyone. I knew my candidacy would be questioned by a few. I expected that, she said. Debate is good and it's healthy in a democracy, but so are facts. I'm trans, but I'm not seeking to be selected on an all-women's shortlist. Metro.co UK contacted Lee Anderson's office for comment. I'm sure they said nothing. And it wouldn't matter, by the way, if she was on a all-women shortlist. But yeah, like she said, just important that she clear up the facts if you're going to lie about it. So, anyways, I wanted to talk about that last.